Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Tommy Lee, and I'm reading to you today Scary Stories from Reddit. This is episode 1. I brought out my trusty tobacco pipe for this episode. Pat that down. And this first story comes from a user called Chemical Elk 1299, and the story is called Buck is a Good Boy. Let's begin. Master used to say, "That dog isn't worth $2. That's how Buck got his name. It's not a name Buck would choose for himself, not the name his mother gave him, but Buck always came when Master called, because Buck is a good boy. Buck remembers being with his brothers and sisters in a dark place. Then Master came and took Buck away. Buck nipped Master's hand that first night. Buck was little and hungry and scared. Buck missed his mother. Master hit Buck so hard he tasted blood. Buck learned not to bite after that, because Buck is a good boy. Buck and Master lived alone for a long time, but then Lady came. Lady was Master's special friend. She was kind. She gave Buck treats. Even Master was nicer when she was around, but sometimes they would yell. Sometimes Master would hit Lady just like he hit Buck. Lady would also cry outside while Master slept. Buck would sit with her, his head on Lady's knee. Buck didn't want Lady to be sad. One day, Master hit Lady so hard her teeth came out. She went away, promising she'd come back. Buck wanted to go with her, but Buck stayed with his master, because Buck is a good boy. After Lady left, Master was mad. He started drinking smelly stuff from a bottle. He'd leave at night and not come back till morning, clothes torn up. Soon, people with guns started coming to Master's house. They drove cars with flashing lights and wore blue clothes. One time, they even took Master away. For 3 months, Buck waited, eating trash and dead things on the road. When Master came back home, Buck was excited. Licked Master's hand, but Master kicked Buck for bothering him. Buck stopped bothering Master after that, because Buck is a good boy. One day, Master came home with a new friend, a woman, not Buck's lady. Master and his new friend drank more smelly stuff, then went to Master's room. Buck heard Master's friend screaming behind the door. Buck barked and scratched. Something was wrong. But Master came out and hit Buck. Buck never saw Master's new friend again, but Buck stopped barking, because Buck is a good boy. A few days later, Master made Buck sleep in the yard. It was cold. Buck was sad. But that night, people with guns came in a car. But not like before. They wore black clothes. And then Buck saw Lady. Buck's lady was with them. She gave Buck pats and food. She held Buck while her friends broke Master's window. Buck heard Master screaming, begging. Buck smelled blood. Buck thought about helping Master, but then Buck remembered. Don't bark, don't bite, and especially don't bother Master. Lady and Buck got into the warm car. Buck was so happy. Lady was happy too. Buck put his head on Lady's knee, and Buck was quiet until the screaming stopped, because Buck is a good boy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Alright everyone, this is our second story of the video. This one is called The Quiet Roommate, and it is by a Reddit user on short scary stories called Nightmare Awaits. Let's begin. When I first pulled up the ad, I wasn't picky. Rent was killing me, and the first one who showed up with the cash got the room. She was soft-spoken, almost fragile, the kind of girl who mumbled thanks without ever meeting your eyes. For the first few weeks, she was quiet but normal. Then things shifted. She stopped coming out, except at odd hours. I'd catch her in the kitchen once or twice, arms full of food, her eyes darting over her shoulder like something followed her. When she realized I was there, she froze, pale, clutching her bread to her chest. Then she bolted. Just before slamming her door, she whispered, "Don't look," and locked it. After that, I rarely saw her, but I heard her. Around 2 or 3 a.m., when the house was supposed to be mine alone, I'd hear her faint footstep. The fridge creaking open, water running quietly in the sink. She moved carefully, as though she didn't want me to notice. Always when I should have been asleep. Always when she thought I wasn't there. It unsettled me, not because of what she did, but because of how scared she looked every time she saw me. Like I was the danger. Like I was the shadow breathing down her neck. Then last night, something changed. I woke up to a knock at my door. Not frantic, soft, rhythmic. I opened it, and there she was. Hair wild, eyes bloodshot, trembling. "You're awake," she whispered, almost relieved. "Yeah." I forced a smile. Couldn't sleep. Her lips quivered. I tried. I really tried, but you're always there, watching, listening. Do you ever sleep? That's when I realized she wasn't afraid of something in the house. She was afraid of me. I wanted to laugh, but instead I leaned closer and asked, why would I need to sleep? She stumbled back, shaking her head, whispering prayers under her breath as she retreated into her room. She didn't lock the door this time. It wouldn't matter anyway. They never understand at first. They just think I'm strange, sleepless, maybe even lonely. But eventually, like her, they begin to notice the truth. That I'm awake when I shouldn't be. That I'm watching when they think I'm not. That I don't eat, or drink, or rest. She was my third roommate this year, and like the others, she's beginning to understand why the room is always available. I don't choose them. Desperation does that for me. I only wait for the moment they realize, the moment their fear turns from confusion to certainty. That's when they stop fighting. That's when the house gets quiet again. And soon, it will be quiet. Very quiet. Until the next ad opens up. I hope you enjoyed that story. On to the next one. Alright everyone, it's time for our third story of this evening. This one is called The Welds. It certainly is a strange one, and it is by Norman Crane on r/short scary stories. Let's begin. How was work, dear? Stanley had rolled through the front door, set down his briefcase, and kissed his wife, Mary Beth, as much as any robot can kiss another. Swell, my love. Perfectly swell. Theirs was a suburban bungalow. No kids yet. One animatronic dog, created from the preserved corpse of a real dog, disemboweled, deboned, and retrofitted with a steel skeleton, sensors, and a CPU. It ran up to Stanley jaggedly, wagging its tail. Hey, yata, bite. Have you worked up an appetite for dinner? Asked Mary Beth. Of course. They sat down to a meal of waste outputs and lubricant, sensor hacked to look and smell like turkey, potatoes, and salad, processed through a taste emulator. Afterwards, upstairs, Stanley took out a pair of tiny manila envelopes. You didn't, squealed Mary Beth. I did, said Stanley. SIM cards, 2 of them, valid for half an hour. Install it in me, she said, turning around and letting her floral-patterned authentic period dress drop to the bedroom carpet, exposing bare steel. Stanley did. Then slid in his own. How may we transgress, she purred. I thought we might expose each other's circuitry, said Stanley, staring at his wife. Oh, Stanley, the way you look at me. It oils my movable parts. He revealed his screwdriver. Even robots deserve privacy. Stanley sat looking out the window, holding a lit cigarette to one of his exhaust fans. Mary Beth was 2 minutes into a 5-minute soft reboot. This was worth it, she said upon waking. I'm glad we chose Earth, said Stanley. Hardly anyone does anymore. Stanley, I don't give a damn. I've always liked that about you, your advanced cultural processing abilities. Remember how we met on that file storage system, searching for remnants of human video entertainments? How could I forget? There followed a moment of silence. Is it time? Asked Mary Beth. Yes. They were retrieved from the bungalow by 2 collector bots, which carried them across the empty, blasted wasteland of Earth to the launch pad where a shuttle was waiting. Aboard, they blasted off for the orbiting cruiser. There in the repair bay. Do you, CP19763M, agree to be forever welded to CP19654F? The mothership's control system asked remotely, directly into their hardware. I do. And do you, CP19654F, agree to be forever welded to CP19763M? I do. Then I pronounced the welding commenced. Several robotic arms emerged from the repair bay walls, folding both robots into approximations of cubes and using torches welded them together. No longer did Stanley, CP19763M, and Mary Beth, CP19654F, have individual inputs, outputs, hopes, hardware, dreams, software, or personalities. They were now a single, more powerful robot called OX5A1D9C25, consisting of improved capabilities and several backup parts. So if one failed, the other would take over, allowing for an uninterrupted continuance of function. This newly welded robot's destination was the mothership, a gargantuan interstellar vessel whose control system demanded limitless self-expansion. OX5A1D9C25 was added to its non-mathematical interpretive unit, where it remains, till the heat death of the universe shall it depart. I hope you all enjoyed that story. That was a very strange one for me. Anyways, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.